everyone to the farm in Palo Alto, home to the Stanford Cardinal and to legends such as Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the California Golden Bears, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Cal Golden Bears offense will have the first possession of the game. The build-up with all of the pranks and the hijinks sometimes seems almost as big as the big game itself. Stanford and Cal ready to square off for the axe.
And memories of football players running down the field, running into band members at the end of crazy games.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And that really is a great play by the wide receiver for 3 reasons. 1, he knows where the first down marker is, so he gets his steps. 2, he's able to stay in bounds before securing the catch. And 3, makes the grab. Just an awesome job.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Bears put a whipping on Stanford the last time these two teams met, blowing out the Cardinals.
Blowing them out, creating momentum, creating mojo, getting the bragging rights in this rivalry. That is always something Cal fans look forward to. Giving it to Stanford fans for a whole year, especially when you beat them down.
Yeah, it just seemed for Cal last year like that was personal to them, right? They were so angry heading into that game. They wanted to make an example of their rival, and that's the way it should be every year for both these teams. That's what rivalry games are. It is personal, not just for the players, but for the fans as well.
He's moving out of the pocket. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Getting some heat. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
The quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. Running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
Brown wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Running toward the tape. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Cardinal! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. You might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And here's the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Quickly complete. They get him down after he makes the catch. Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And the Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Here comes the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stanford wants to push the pace. There's always one thing sure to get the juices flowing for the Cardinal and the sturdy Golden Bears, and that's anything to do with the axe, guys.
Yeah, and the trophy games are fun. It's not a real axe, by the way. It's kind of a trophy with an axe on it. But this means something to them. It means something to the fans. All the pranks, all the history behind it all.
Yeah, it's really actually more of a plaque, which is interesting.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Looking for a crease. It's Martin. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Hunter. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. With that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Caught in the backfield, it's Peppers. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Caught close to the marker, it's Martin. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cal! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Now they'll run the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Stanford lines up to punt it away. On the return, it's Hunter. Slips through the line. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Golden Bears have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Steps away. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll just keep slinging it. He caught it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. They'll throw it on 1st down. They're bringing heat. Pulls it in. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, what happens is that DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
It's complete on the right side. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Only 10 seconds remaining here in the first half as they put it in play, 1st and 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle. It's Addison. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, California.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on 1st down. Looking down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Wells. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Now on 1st down from the 30. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Fights off a defender. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. Stanford quickly to the line. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. He'll ride his man on the option. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll run the option. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Running it back, it's Hunter. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it at the 30. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Cal. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by 11 to TCU. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Brown wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On the move, it's Hunter. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Byers on the move. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. On the run, fires downfield. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Golden Bears. And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. The Bears have pushed out to a comfortable lead and now have their eyes on grabbing the axe.
And you know, in any rivalry game, momentum is a massive factor. Cal right now seems to be seizing on that, David, here in the second half. Let's see if they can close this out.
And I love you gave me professional analysis, but let's get back to what Reese Davis said. It's not really an axe, Reese. It's actually a trophy that has an axe on it. So they're not going to grab an actual axe. Just any chance I get to call out Reese Davis for being wrong, I'm going to do it.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Stanford wants to push the pace.
Second down coming up.
They'll run the option. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
At the 21-yard line. Brings up third down.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Brown will throw it. Unloads it left. He makes the catch. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? On the option. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now, on the same page.
kinds of room to throw that one in there. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Cal! And the route is on. A little trickeration is always in order, especially when you execute like that.
You ain't lying. Now, I'll tell you what, you always put these in practice, and you always practice them, but you got to have that feel and that timing of when to call it. Perfect timing, rewarded with a touchdown.
14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little maneuver. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
They're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on 2nd down from the 13. Brown wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. It's Davis. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. He's not afraid to go deep. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Puck, he wants to go deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Splitbacks here. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity.
They'll take over
31.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. This time it's complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Still running at the 40. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Caught near the sticks. It's Hunter. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw, it's Lincoln. He's got it. Takes it all the way down to the floor after making the grab, and they're set up.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass.
And this game is obviously out of hand. Yeah, but I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Colorado is going to enjoy the trip back to Boulder after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there at Folsom Field, and suddenly it's quite the resume. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Brown wants to pass. Coming after it. And the quarterback is snowed under. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Here's a throw downfield late. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A first down for the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Dances away to buy time. He'll throw one to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. Unleashes one. Grabbed over the middle. It's Peppers. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
First down for the offense.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's going to let it go. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
And first down for the offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Going for 6. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And he runs it all the way down to the 3 before they get him. The Golden Bears are in the hurry-up.
Third down coming.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. 2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Looking to pass. It's Lincoln. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
The 2-point attempt is no good.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick.
Stanford, 14.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Swings it out to his running back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Looking to throw on second down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff